is VRN, your trusted leader in e-motorsports.
All right, Vigilante Nation, welcome back for round 10 of the VRL Premiere Series. This is VRN coming to you live from the virtual Talladega, Alabama track for the Unchained 200. My name is Alan Vaught, and I'll be bringing you all the excitement of racing action here tonight. As always, I want to thank my beautiful and talented wife, Lori, for managing tonight's race and keeping this entire operation running smoothly. Also, we invite you to join us in the conversation via the live chat this evening. We'll feature selected comments on the air, provided they are safe for work and reflect the level of sportsmanship we've come to expect from our community. With that, folks, we're going to dive right into the session details for this race at Talladega Super Speedway. All right, folks, 75 laps around this circuit tonight. This is a 2.66 mile long track. That's 200 virtual miles you're going to see tonight. The fuel capacity is set to 70%. Tires are unlimited because they're not. Let's be frank, they don't make a lot of difference at the super speedways here in iRacing. No fast repairs for this series, so if you get yourself in trouble, super speedways, it can be brutal. You got to make sure you keep the fenders on that truck. The instant limit is set to 33 and 6, and as always, iRacing controls the cautions, the lucky dog, and the wave arounds. Now let's talk about championship points here as we're in the middle of this 18-week season. Like I mentioned, this is round 10, so this is the beginning of the second half. Right now, top of your championship leaderboard, you have the 99 machine of Albert Anderson with 277 points. And then we have a tie for second with 251 points each between Jacob Elisha and Tim Pope. Right now, Elisha would carry the day with the tiebreaker. And then in fourth position, we have the number one of Chris Gomes with 246. And fifth to the 75 of Stoney Benfield with 222 points. So very close, folks, throughout this championship. We are going to have a chase. The last 5 races of the season are going to be the chase. We'll have a reset, very similar to what in real life NASCAR Cup Series is doing. With that, we're going to kick you over to the main screen as these guys are in the midst of qualifying right now. On track, we got Mike Adams. Looks like he's finishing up his run there in that NOS machine, racing out of Sanford, Florida. Try to get you some the last remnants of these guys, and most of them are actually probably wrapping up right now. Top of your leaderboard, you have John Gallagher with a 56-point 55.11. And now you're watching Albert Anderson, America's driver out of Washington, D.C., that 99 machine, looking to make his run in the Pennzoil Shell machine. Cutting down through the trioval. See what kind of hay he's able to make here. But as we're talking, go ahead and get you some additional details here. Let's talk about the weather. All right, folks, tonight, 74 degrees Fahrenheit for the ambient temperature. That's pretty nice. Track temp is 105. We do have sunny skies here today, so it's, it might, a little bit of split conditions may come into play, but I don't think it's going to be a big difference. We're really more concerned about, draft and keeping the fenders on it. So, like I mentioned, 74 degrees air temp, 105 for the track, 71% humidity. We got a pretty stiff breeze out of the southwest at 12 miles per hour. So, pretty nice looking day out there. A little bit windy. I don't know that it's going to make much difference considering this is a drafting track. The Talladega Super Speedway. This is where the air is a weapon. I mentioned this is pack racing. It can be a battlefield, and survival is a skill. Kansas, that was a chess match, but Talladega is a knife fight in a phone booth at 200 miles per hour. Here, the fastest car means nothing. And the smartest line, the strongest alliances, and the boldest timing is going to decide everything. Talladega is unpredictable, unforgiving, unmatched. The place where one move can gain 20 spots or lose them all in one fell swoop. The draft is the great equalizer. The runs are violent at times. The margin for error is microscopic. So, folks, tonight isn't about perfection. It's about positioning, patience, and courage at times to make the right move at the right time, and don't make it the wrong time. Otherwise, you're going to end up going back on the tow call machine's hooked there back to the garage area. Like I mentioned, they don't have any fast repairs, so one wrong move is going to land you in the pits for the rest of the evening. Let's hope that doesn't happen. We have 35 trucks on track tonight, folks, so that's going to be really great for us as far as spectators are concerned. I'm looking to an exciting race. I hope it's clean. I hope it comes down to, the last minute runs and the strategy that goes into this over green flag, pit stops, etc. And we'll see who's going to work together. You cannot win this by yourself. So a lot of guys are going to rely on teammates, or they're going to rely on friends where they find them, depending on how this race plays out. So really looking forward to this here tonight. I hope you are as well. Take a check on the chat. I see Lori's out there talking to everybody. Not a lot of action in there yet, but I'm sure that'll pick up as we go along. Watching Chris Goins right now out of Charlotte, North Carolina, make his run. We do have some onboard cameras for you tonight. We have 6, in fact. Let me double check. Make sure no one else has jumped in. Nope. So we have the 01 machine of Kelly Kill, the 023 of Scott Roney, the 085 of Greg Dobson, the 16 of Kyle Vaught, the 68 of Dustin Wade, and the 81, as always, of Jonathan Osborne. So that's your 6 onboard cameras we're going to be checking out at some point tonight. Should be pretty cool looking, considering these guys are going to be running all over each other. So as always, I did mention that talked about Tow Call, the tow company getting out there and clearing the wrecks out tonight. But that's an actual real company, and it's Albert Anderson's company. He sponsors both series here in the Vigilante Racing League. And if you live in the Washington, D.C. metro area, find yourself in need of a tow, a jump start, you're locked out, or you need a tire change, get in touch with Albert's company, Tow Call, via their email, towcallroadside@gmail.com. That's all together. towcallroadside@gmail.com. They'll be out with fast and friendly service and get you back on your way. And we thank Albert for supporting both series here in the Vigilante Racing League. And it looks like most folks, now we got a new leader in qualifying, Jack Dixon, at the top of the board with a 55.10. Literally no difference with him and John Gallagher in second. So you're only getting up to the 100th position, so their difference was within the thousandths of a second. Jack just barely edging out the 123 for that top spot so far. And I don't see anyone else on the track out of the 35 trucks. Let's talk only one penalty coming out of last week's race, and that was at Kansas, and that was the number 10 of Cawthon. So Andrew Cawthon has a penalty. He'll be starting at the back. But honestly, folks, if I'm starting at the back of the track, probably Super Speedway is where I want to do it, because you can gain the entire field at one fell swoop, like I mentioned earlier. So you're not really out of it. You know, if you get on off pit road pretty clean, get yourself situated with some teammates, you should be able to fare pretty well if you miss the cartage. See Albert Anderson Sr. out there for the Anderson clamp over that 99 machine. Welcome, Mr. Anderson. And we'll see how much time we have left. These guys have finished up. They got 5 seconds. They're going to start gridding. As soon as that happens, we'll give you the rundown. And there we have it. All right, folks, top step. Jack Dixon.
Do I need to say anything?
John Gallagher there in second. Gordon Spain takes home third. George Rincon fourth. Tim Pope in fifth. Dave Mayberry sixth. Jacob Elisha seventh. Mike Adamson eighth. Ninth position is Kyle Vaught. Dustin Wade rounds out your top 10. Albert Anderson 11th. In 12th position, you have Aaron Warren. 13th, Greg Dobson. 14th, Scott Roney. 15th, Jonathan Osborne. 16th, John McAdam. Chris Goins in 17th. Dustin Eaton in 18th. Kelly Kill 19th. 20th, Jesse Redding. 21st, Austin Paul. 22nd, Michael Brooks. 23rd, Dylan Bryant. 24th, Mike Everidge. 25th, John Shanebuckler. 26th, Scott Milner. 27th, Stoney Benfield. 28th, Chandler Paul. 29th, Craig Goodenough. 30th, Greg Klein. 31st, Kevin Hunt. Deion Jones, 32nd. 33rd, Jason Gaines. 34th, Russ Kilgore. And rounding out the field in 35th, Andrew Cawthon. That's a lot of names, folks. What a great race this is going to be. If we can keep all these trucks in it and on the track, I think we're going to be in for a show. Really good looking field here. Should be rolling off momentarily. Going to have one parade lap before we get underway. On the start of this race, the flagman Barney will control the start of the race, but any subsequent restart will be on the leader to launch first within the restart zone. Also, you may have heard Lori talking to the drivers there, letting them know that during this event, because it is a super speedway, the first lap of any start or restart, they must remain double file, no three wide, until the first lap is complete. That's to help competition get these guys off to a good start before they really start mixing it up in the race. Also, that double yellow line you see at the bottom of your screen, these drivers are not allowed to pass or advance their position below that double yellow line. Also, we see Ricky Wittenberg. He's normally in the booth with me. He's dealing with an emergency right now, a property emergency he's dealing with, so he's not going to be with us tonight, but he is in the chat. Welcome, Ricky. I see you down there listening in the car. Hope you enjoy the race. Coming around here down the backstretch into 3 and 4 before we get rolling.
Also, do not forget you cannot advance your position below that yellow at all.
Sure, butterflies are starting to build. I mean, no matter how many times I race these tracks, I always get a little nervous at the beginning. You know, you're hoping to do well. You don't want to take anybody out, but you want to be able to, you know, you want to advance and win the race if you can, or get the best position you possibly can out of the event. So, for some of these drivers are ready to get on with this and get settled in, because you know, after the first couple laps you do feel much better. You're more focused on what the matter at hand is, getting on off pit road safe, making sure you're working with your drafting partners well. We're coming down through here right now to get this going. Start finish line's way down. It's not in the middle of this tri-oval, folks. It's after the tri-oval. Makes for some exciting finishes here. Today will probably be no different as we're watching them pass the restart zone right there. And we are underway. Good, clean restart so far, or start rather, this race. Jack Dixon's pulling out a little bit ahead of the 123 with the assistance of Gordon Spain there on the bottom of the 38 machine. With the 7 of Tim Pope, right there running in third position as of right now. Bang, Gordon Spain's going to the outside pretty much almost immediately. Try to take the 7 with him. And he does have him. As you see Jacob Alicia come up on the inside line to help assist the 48 and regaining momentum. Along with the 16 of Kyle Vaught there, third in line on the bottom. New leader, Gordon Spain, in the 38 with the assistance of Tim Pope right now. John Gallagher dropping down towards the bottom. 38 drops down in front of him, leaving the 7, leading the outside line. Make sure we got everything aligned here. Hopefully you guys can hear everything. I got green across the board here, so you should be in good shape. Great looking field out there tonight. See Lori telling me to get in the booth. Probably would be helpful in case you need to talk to me. All right, 7 slightly ahead, 38. That outside line is starting to gain some momentum. You do have people going up to the top side right now. 51 machine, Superman. Jumping out there already to the outside line. I don't know that outside line is really going to have any momentum at the moment. They had some trouble on Monday night getting that to work, unless they had a significant number of trucks. See Dylan Bryant's pushing. I'm trying to get a look and see who that is. Oh, it looks like Austin Paul, the number 3 machine. If that is correct, it might not be. Whoever that is blinking. Tell you that. No, that might be Austin. It's Austin Paul. I see it right there on his the back windscreen. They're getting a little bit of movement there on the top. Now they have 3 trucks. Dustin Eaton, the 14 machine, has jumped up there in his Ram Factory machine to help those guys out. Might be petering out a little bit here though. Where the action is right now, 3 wide here in the middle of the field. We're single file up front. Pope, Rincon, Mayberry, Adamson, your top 4. At the moment. Kyle Vaught was up front there, third on the bottom. Now he finds himself mid-pack in the middle. Really kind of a precarious position. Along with the 31 of Alicia as well. They both kind of went backwards. Sometimes you get unlucky with the lane that you choose. Man, whoever, the Austin Paul's having a little bit of a blinking issue there. It's probably freaking out Dylan Bryant there in the 51. Yeah, Ricky's letting me know out there that the sound is good. That's good, Ricky. Thank you for that confirmation. Right now, so far, so good. Tim Pope situating himself kind of in the middle line. Don't know if he's going to go back and forth like we see on Sunday to try and control this lead. But right now, the other 2 lanes are not even challenging at the moment. Part of the reason that outside line is not getting going, because whenever in iRacing, when that truck, and in this case it's the lead truck of Austin Paul, links, 51 loses the momentum. He loses the draft. So that's probably holding them back a bit. But shockingly, they are making some progress here. They're up to the 3rd truck in line of the lead. Now starting to tackle 2nd. A little surprised they're able to do this. So they're doing a great job, even with some of the some of the roadblocks in their way. Taking 6 laps into this, these guys are probably thinking, let's log some laps here. 3 and the 51 got themselves all the way out front there. They have taken the lead. Austin Paul. That number 3, the 51 drops out from behind him down to the very bottom in front of the 023 of Scott Roney. He's not going to be satisfied with pushing someone to the lead. He wants the lead. Superman throwing out his cape right now early here. 7 laps complete in the 75-lap event. And if I didn't mention already, let's take a quick look. The number of laps we expect these guys to be able to make on a full fuel tank, and you burn more when you're out front, folks, is about 21 laps. So we're about a third of the way through our fuel tank already.
Sorry, Stanley. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
Not my intention.
Lisa McAdam out there in the chat saying hello to Lori, and also good luck to the 47. That's pulling for John McAdam out there. See where John right now. He's running in 11th position. There he is, Lisa, in that Freightliner. Good looking machine there on the bottom. Doing pretty well. He's following the 81 of Jonathan Osborne at the moment. And his line is moving. Get you a better shot here. 81 jumps to the outside. John's up to 9th position right now in the pack. Having a good night so far. These guys are doing a great job. 3 wide, 1 big block of trucks here tonight. Roar down this super stretch here in the back. Got Albert Anderson's daughter out there in the chat pulling for him, saying, "Go, Dad." Well, you know what father doesn't want to hear that from their daughter. See, where's he running at the moment? America's driver is right here. He is now in the 9th position. Here on the outside, trying to be pushed by the 81 machine, that Pennzoil shell machine. That Kyle Vault is just to his inside there. He's trying to close up to be second on the outside line. One thing about Albert Anderson, he just has a knack for super speedway tracks, drafting tracks, fast everywhere we go. But he's like the undisputed king of VRL when it comes to these tracks, at least in my mind. I'm sure some other guys might argue with me, but they'd have a tough time justifying it in the numbers. Let's see, let's take a look. Where's the 22 running? I see a fan out there pulling for the 22. Yeah, 99's talking about Austin Paul's. He's still got a blinking issue going on. Really messing up those guys. That you don't know if you're going to wreck him and when he blinks out and comes back. 22 machine. Yeah, I don't see the number. Back up front, you haven't missed much. The 22 machine is in 2nd place right now. Aaron Warren. He is the engine that's pushing this along right now. It's the 2nd spot normally in the line where the power and momentum is coming from. Everyone else is feeding off that. He's pushing the truck in front of him. Everyone else is pulled up into the hole he's creating along with the leader in the draft. And right now, these guys are strung out on the bottom. Dylan Bryant's got 1st position. Aaron Warren 2nd. Gordon Spain still up there. He's running 3rd. John Gallagher having started on the outside for the grid here tonight in 2nd. He is still in 4th. Greg Dobson up 8 spots right now, running 5th. So for those people who have watched or participated in official races in iRacing at super speedways, you can attest that this kind of clean racing is not common. Now, it's not to say we don't have incidents. We're all race car drivers, we have some miscalculations at times, and then circumstantially, things can happen. But these guys all respect each other. They all want to finish this race, and they know the first thing you have to do is finish it. Oh, you see the 81 get popped out a little bit there. Gets it back in line and under control. Looking good there. May have just touched somebody or got a little bit of a bad push. Everybody's starting to kind of string out on that bottom. Don't know if they're already preparing to hit pit lane. Taylor Provok's out there in the chat saying, good night for VRL Racing. Indeed, Taylor, it is. Glad to see you, hon. Let's see where Kyle's running right now. He's having a good night. I think he's kind of mid-pack right now. He is in 16th position. But he loves this kind of racing. Actually have an all board for Kyle tonight. See if this works out. Here we go. And I don't know if Taylor made him shave his face, but I noticed he ain't sporting his beard now. Maybe a little bit there. Sporting a red hue in the background there, looking super focused here tonight. We'll get to green flag pit stops here shortly, looks like. Once we get through those, we'll go through the field and let you know where your favorite driver came out and what the running order is. Right now, still in the lead. Dylan Bryant with Aaron Warren pushing him in second. The outside line's just not able to quite get up to him. They are getting organized, though, being led by the number 1 machine, Chris Gomes. And being pushed by Tim Pope, one of the best in the business. Riding on board with Tim's car right now. Kind of get a good look at what these guys see. Actually, let me go inside the cockpit. I'll show you exactly what they can see, which isn't much. This is what they see. And this guy's up. He's second in line on the outside. This is what he's seeing. So unless you're first, as in Chris Gomes, this is what Chris sees. You can see a lot more, obviously. But if you're pushing anybody and you're anywhere in that pack, there's not a lot of visibility. So you're acting very much on instinct, experience, and talent to make sure you get around here fast and you don't take out yourself or other competitors. Get you back outside the truck, get you a little bit better view from the roof cam of Tim Pope. Run up here alongside Craig Goodenough, that 89 Grizzly Ram machine. 434 of Kevin Hunt right there in the Traveler. That's a good looking paint scheme. One of Dale Jr.'s paint schemes. 29, Dave Mayberry. Having a good run so far tonight, running in 10th. And there's what a 35 truck field looks like from close to the pointy end of the pack. See, Pope's got Jacob Alicia right there behind him. What a great day to go racing. Beautiful skies here in Alabama. Got Chadwick out there saying, "What a field!" Yeah, This is good. You know, we get routinely over 30, but hitting 35 up to 40, we tend to hit that as well. A lot of guys love this track, and they know every point counts. You can tell they're getting ready just from that shot right there. We're getting ready for pit stops here soon. I mentioned about 21 laps, and you can get caught out if you're not down early. Suddenly find yourself out of fuel and stuck on the outside line. You can't just push your way through your competitor on the inside to get to pit lane. So these guys on the outside, they're thinking about that. Are hoping that they have enough fuel to go one extra lap when everybody else starts to pit beside them. Next week, we're going to Texas, folks, for round 11 on 6th of May. Make sure you tune in for that. Also, we are live here. If you did not know, I think most of you probably do, every Wednesday and Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Here is the Premiere Series trucks on Wednesday night. And then we have the Vanquish ARCA Series Friday nights at 9 p.m. as well. And man, those cars have really been a blast to watch this season. They're in the last race of the 4th season coming up. Championship week this week. This Friday, we will crown a champion for that series in Miami Homestead. And we're going to move on from there immediately to season 5. All right, we're getting close now, folks. We should see some action momentarily. The drivers talk about back and forth about strategy. Some of these guys either don't have teammates nearby, or maybe not a lot of teammates, period. So they're looking to link up with somebody. You do not want to go on and off pit lane by yourself. There is a significant mile per hour difference if you're out there. Ideally, you want about, I would say, 7 trucks minimum to be about as fast as the pack would be altogether. Go out there as long as you're running efficiently, in line, taking care of each other. You start running side by side, you're not going to run very fast. So these guys know all these things, and that's when the strategy starts to come into it. Now, I will say, if we are able to get through this pit stop, this round of green flag pit stops without incident, we're probably going to see the field break up a bit, and then you have smaller packs, and we are more likely at that point to have the opportunity to go flag to flag without incident. As we're 3 wide at the front here with Gordon Spain up into the middle, but the one machine comes back around him, looking to drop down, kind of leaving the 7 out there all alone. He's going to see him drop back immediately. There he goes. The one drops all the way to the bottom. The 38 comes right back out, ducks right back out, trying to get hooked up with his teammate, the 31 of Alicia. These guys are looking to take the lead here. Again, teammates is what you have to have here. Jones has got the 51 pushing him, but Alicia and Spain are hooked up on the outside, and they have the lead. 20 laps complete. When are we going to see pit stops? Not yet, as you see them coming around through the tri-oval. What a great shot. Lori loves that shot. Really demonstrates the speed these guys are going. I'll give you an idea right now. Let's take a look at the dashboard. 180 just through the corners along. See what they get up to on this backstretch here. We're looking at Gordon Spain's top speed as the leader, being pushed by the 31. 184, 185, 86. Looks like they're going to top out around 186. Lori said that these pit stops make her anxious, nervous, and they should. And here we go. Got our first takers. 51 all alone and unafraid going on pit lane. I was shocked about that. Absolutely shocked. Wow. Don't know if that was miscommunication or what happened there. And that may, if this goes green, he may end up going a lap down. We'll find out as we hear these drivers calling out for pit lane. We'll see how many actually go. See if your leader Gordon's going to go, and he is. We'll take a look from behind. You see that 31 is trying to get in there. 085 goes by. Oh, Spain's going to go around. In through the grass. He is not going to make it. Keeps going. It's not going to be a caution. You got Jacob Alicia. You got a whole slew of people out there on pit lane right now. He almost stops a little too early in his box. Got Gallagher, Gaines, Pope, Mayberry, Vaught, Wade, Rincon, Osborne. Basically everybody except for Gordon Spain. Jason Gaines is coming off pit lane right now. Greg Dobson stayed out, along with Albert Anderson, Mike Adamson, Dustin Eaton. These drivers stayed out. Did expect them probably to come in this time as they're coming off 4. Now you see the 99 machine go low already. Yep. All 4 of these guys are going to hit pit lane here. All right, so far so good. This is probably the last of those folks hitting pit lane. Should hand the lead back over. Gordon Spain must have had a penalty. He's coming back in. Actually, I take that back. We watched him spin out, so he's coming back in for the first time to get his service. He's probably lucky to make it around if he was really short on fuel. This is Jason Gaines right behind him.
Copy that.
And it looks like your new leader is going to be Jacob Elisha out of Indianapolis, Indiana. These guys are super broke up here. Right now, Elisha's all by himself. This is not what you want to be. And I actually showed Greg Dobson in front of him. There he is coming off pit lane. Elisha's going to pass him. So there's your new leader at 31 for the moment. Greg Dobson's in second. These guys are not up to speed, so Greg good enough than some of these other guys. Greg's slow too. 123. Gallagher's going to come by with a lot of steam, along with the 29 of Mayberry. They're going to have a quick opportunity maybe to get around here. And you're going to start seeing the pack form back up. 31 now. He's kind of sitting duck at the moment. As you see the rest of the pack coming up to catch him. Not likely to sit behind him. Actually, it looks like maybe Chris Warren will. Aaron Warren, rather. And he does.
I don't know if you want to burp it a little bit, but it goes probably faster than forward.
Let me show you the track map. So you can see we're broken up a bit like I kind of predicted. Not tremendous amount of breakup here. These trucks behind the lead pack of what this is about 7 trucks here. They're not going to be able to outrun that middle pack because they got more trucks. If they get lined up, they're going to catch them pretty quick. You can see they're starting to catch them already. And once that happens, then they'll get to racing. They'll go 2 wide at least. Eventually 3 wide. We're 26 laps complete out of 75, folks. We are over 1/3 of the way to the finish already. This has been, I'm hesitant to say clean and green thus far. So, and if something happens in the next few moments, Lori's going to come in here and slap me in the back of the head. And here we go. We're going 2 wide again. Let me drop that map out of your way here. I see some folks, some action in the chat there. Edith Anderson's out there. Lori's saying hello. Luke Chadwick saying, hey, man, it's crazy how small mishap in the pits really puts you behind on this track. Absolutely. And if you go in by yourself or you miss your box, that's a couple of seconds. That means you're probably not getting off pit lane with the group that you came on with. We're getting to racing pretty good here. Amanda Wade's out there. Let's see where Mr. Wade is at right now. The 68 machine. He is sitting in 16th at the moment there in his box number 68. Take a look out front, see what he sees. He's riding behind Kyle Vaught in 16. Dustin Eaton on his inside. Now we're going 3 wide. Now we're getting back to this racing I was talking about. Once the larger pack caught your first 7 trucks, and we are here. You're going to start to see these second and third line, the middle and the outside line, catch back up towards the front.
Said we're losing time.
Look at this. Looks like a box going down the track.
What's your plan?
This water cars here. Take a look at some of our onboard cameras, actually. I mentioned we had earlier. Let's find The 01 machine of Kelly Kill. Kelly's really great at these super speedways. Right now, he's in 25th position at the moment. See, Kelly's got that 3-screen monitor going on. He's also watching the race at the same time. Talk about multitasking. And he's sitting here, he's pushing Austin Paul for everything it's worth. These guys are trying to catch that pack that you can see up forward of them. Let's see if I move that camera up just a little bit so you can see. And you see how Austin Paul's blinking. It's probably hurting their progress just a little bit. But we thank Kelly for giving us that onboard look there. Next up, let's see, we have the 023 machine of Scott Roney. Scott always gives us not only his onboard, but he gives us a look at what he sees out his screen. You can see that picture-to-picture there. You can see what he's looking at. You jump on his view on iRacing so you can see where he's running as far as other people are concerned. There we go. He's up here in his main pack running along with Dustin Wade. Ronnie races with us out of Salt Lake City, Utah. And he always has a good looking man cave going on there. Looks like he got into a fight with something there on his forehead tonight. Looks like maybe he ran into something since our last race. A little bit of a scarring action going on there. But he's here with us racing hard tonight. Go on board now with guys are calling out lap cars and everything. 085 machine having a good run tonight here. He's in 6th. You see he's running there on the outside line. Middle line rather. Greg Dobson. Greg, one of 2 of our Canadian brothers in the race tonight. Greg Dobson and Jack Dixon, our brothers from the north. Having a really good run so far tonight. And his Toyota Tundra, NOS Purple Monster Machine. Like you see the 99 of Albert Anderson jumping out to that outside line. Don't know if he jumped out there or he got a little bit squirrely and got pushed there. We looked at Kyle Vaught, so let's go to Dustin Wade. Check out his onboard. Right now, Dustin is running in the 11th position. 11th, 12th position. It kind of goes back and forth. You can see he's also got a triple monitor setup. Always love catching these shots. Dustin wears his emotions on the camera. He's doing well, you can tell. And you can tell when he's super focused, but the agony of misfortune, he shows us that as well, and we appreciate him letting us in to see that. Because I mean, folks, you know, a lot of people maybe look at us, this is our hobby, and they're like, hey man, it's a video game. But you know, we put a lot of time and effort into this, and certainly these guys do, as evidenced by the way they're racing here tonight. This doesn't happen by accident, where you can run like this lap on lap, 2 wide, let alone 3 wide. We've seen most of the night without any issues happening. As we see, I think that's Jason Gaines on the outside is going to get lapped here in the Lowe's machine. But again, we appreciate these guys giving us these onboard vantage points. Very cool for us, and hopefully you guys out there watching. And I want to say the last camera on board we're going to make sure we get to here is the 81 machine, Jonathan Osborne. Jonathan's running in 13th at the moment in that Daystar silver and black machine. Jonathan's always good wherever we go, racing out of Woodbury, New Jersey. Calm and collected at the moment. Probably cooling his truck off a little bit. You can see these guys, these trucks get pretty hot now. with the current model. But you can't just stay up on the truck in front of you for very long. You're going to end up blowing that engine. Onboard shot. So this is what Jonathan sees. As you can tell, not much. And that was through all of our cameras there tonight, folks. Again, thank you to the drivers who provide. We have 6 on board tonight. I think Stoney Benfield was going to provide a camera, but was a little bit, didn't have the link readily available, but hopefully he will be in here next time around. And I think he races, on Friday too. And we'll see that then. All right, 34 laps complete. Back up at the front, Jacob Elisha holding on to the lead with Aaron Warren pushing him. It's pretty much been that way since we came off pit lane. Chris Gomes is in third, Craig Goodenough fourth, Greg Dobson trading blows with the Craig Goodenough for fourth there. John Gallagher sixth, Albert Anderson up to seventh. He went on pit lane. Lap 22 and or 23 respectively. But these guys were able to go just a bit further than what I calculated, likely due to the draft. So we'll say they're doing 22. So we should go back in at about 44 for another round of green flag pit stop. So we're within 7 laps of that. And get ready for some more excitement. Go through the field a little bit here and take a look at some paint schemes. Your leader in the double mint big red machine, Mr. Jacob Elisha. Right behind him, Chris Warren, or excuse me, Aaron. I keep saying Chris, I apologize. Aaron Warren out of Jasper, Alabama, and that Alabama Light 22. The Biggie Bag making me hungry. Wendy's #1 machine of Chris Gomes out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Chris Gomes in the Grizzly 89 machine. Ram tough truck going on there. Races out of Helper, Utah. Dave Mayberry out of Tucson, Arizona, in his Ignition 29 machine. John McAdam in the Freightliner 47 out of Dusshore, I don't think I'm pronouncing that right, Dusshore, Pennsylvania. You can see he has Greg Dawson there to his outside in that purple 085 NOS Phoenix racing machine. Then we got 21 Jesse Redding. Like he's in Spain, and Rose #21 racing out of Knoxville, Iowa. He's getting past there on the outside by the 123 of John Gallagher, trying to be invisible in his camouflage #123 racing out of Roseville, California. Man, they're getting a little bit wiggly up here on that outside line as John's trying to push these guys to the front. Next up, Tim Pope in that #7 Haviline. Got the 88 of Mike Adamson going around the outside there. Another Phoenix Racing with the 99 of Albert Anderson pushing him, along with the 68 of Dustin Wade. These guys are moving around so much, it's kind of hard for me to keep up. Here we go, Kevin Hunt in that Traveler's Whiskey 434 out of Danville, Virginia. Got Greg Klein out of Owasso, Oklahoma, and that GC Cruise Travel machine. Stoney Benfield talked about him earlier out of Albemarle, North Carolina. Stoney racing the Ram truck here, 811 truck here tonight, and the Cook's Landscaping machine. Jonathan Osborne in the Daystar 81. Mike Evers sporting the ever popular patriotic scheme #82 out of Melbourne, Kentucky. Kyle Vaught in the Shocker Graphics #16 out of High Point, North Carolina. Dustin Eaton out of Temple, Texas in the Ram factory machine. Nothing stops a Ram. John Shanebuckler at the Hooters #12 out of Louisville, Kentucky. Jack Dixon, the 48. Wild Machine, McLeod. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right either. Out of Mitchell, Ontario, Canada. Kelly Kill in the VRL or the VRN machine. Supporting the channel. Appreciate that, Kelly. Andrew Cawthon in Phoenix, Racing NOS Blue Drink Machine. Scott Milner, Fast Pro Shops, number 19 out of Pittsboro, Indiana. Boys asking for a crank it up. I'll get there. I want to wait till after these pit stops, and then we'll do it because these guys are, I think, about to hit pit road. Russ Kilgore in the Seattle Seahawks machine. Austin Paul, the number 3. Can't really see what's technically on his hood there. Out of Mount Washington, Kentucky. His brother Chandler Paul, also out of Mount Washington. Like he's running the same, a different version of this 152. Something to do with like maybe horse racing, one of the derbies. Yep, sit there on the side too. George Rincon, that Goodweiser, number 28. Dylan Bryant, 51 Stem, out of Stem, North Carolina. Trying to stay on the lead lap right now. Actually, he's 31st. Gordon Spain right there with him in 32nd. Raps Machine, Jason Gaines at Lowe's 83. Always like this this scheme here. It's good looking colors. Michael Brooks in this kind of a throwback Amoco Ultimate 74. And Deion Jones in the Red NOS, a Phoenix Racing Machine. Those were 40 laps complete. Gonna jump back to the front here. See Jacob Alicia still holding it down with Aaron Warren pushing Chris Goins third. Luke Chadwick said Kentucky Derby. Thanks. Appreciate that, Luke. Couldn't quite read it from the camera angle that I had set up there. All right, so we're getting close here. What did I tell you? If I want to say at about 44, so we're probably within about 3 laps, depending on how these guys want to play it. No takers this time. I would expect that maybe lap 42, maybe. Probably closer to 43, 44. They could go now because they're going to have to stop no matter what to get to the end. I'm calculating around lap 54, 53 to 55-ish. Should get them to the end of the race on fuel. Anybody else had any comments out there? Agree you can sit in the couch and watch now. Oh, Lori's talking to Amanda Wade out there. What's Amanda got to say? Let me back this up here. Amanda's saying, hey, she's having a great week. Okay, coming in, he's mid-pack. She's talking to her man's in the 68's mid-pack, and she can start a little less nervous. Wade was similar setup, 3 screens, 4th watching the broadcast above. Yeah, that's kind of, I mean, I use an ultra wide. I'd like to have a information monitor above eventually. I'm gonna work on that whenever, probably next year. Yeah, so Amanda, sometimes she's talking in the chat that, you know, and from previous weeks, I can tell you, she has a hard time sitting down sometimes in these really hairy, really nail-biting situations when he's out there in the mix. And the 68 machine has been in the mix a lot lately. Dustin Wade has been super fast this season. Had some bad luck on a couple of different occasions that took him out of contention, but he was there. And that's what you got to do. Keep putting yourself in contention, and eventually the finishes should follow. Just ask Albert Anderson. I mean, he had a season from hell of probably 3, maybe 4 or 5 seasons back where he just couldn't get the bad luck monkey off his back. He tried changing his car colors, his number, you name it. Finally came around for him. We got a lot of trucks here in this outside line, folks, which makes me wonder, what are these guys going to do as far as pitting is concerned? Albert Anderson leading that outside line with Dustin Wade. We were just talking about him. Maybe these guys have saved enough fuel and they're figuring that they're going to go in later than these guys on the bottom line, which we're starting to see them come down. Look at that 22, really shoot the gap. I don't know if he's going to make it. We got a few trucks coming in. Looks like he got down to it, though.
47 this time.
6 trucks on pit lane right now. Looking at Warren, Shanebacher, Dixon, Gallagher, Chandler Paul, George Rincon. Looks like Spain, Dylan Bryant,
75.
Jason Gaines, and let's see, more people than 6 here. Some of these guys might be out of here. We go.
88 this time.
No, that's right.
88 this time.
We see the 51 and the 38 racing off pit lane. Oh, they touched just a little bit.
29
As I mentioned, here we go. There's the second pack led by Albert Anderson, Dustin Wade on the bottom there, Chris Gomes. These guys decide to go around one more time.
Get in front of me and I'll push you. We'll get them.
I'm staying to the left here, Wade.
Here we go. They're flying in here. This is a spot where you can gain a lot of advantage. Look at this. Somebody's around. Looks like it might be Dave Mayberry. Yep, it is. He gets spun back around. We stay green. See all these guys getting into their box. This is the majority of the field. Dustin Eaton right now showing as your leader. Here we go. Race off pit lane. These guys will be a big pack. They got these smaller group coming, but most likely they'll be able to form up and chase them down. But Dustin Eaton went around one more time by himself. That's why he was showing as the leader. He's going in. Albert Anderson should inherit it here. Got a little bit of a lead on these guys. I don't know if I want to get that far out, Albert. Yeah, Luke Chadwick out there pulling for the 22 like it's his son. He's doing a good job right now. We see these guys in the back there. See, we are all over the track. Let's take a look at the track map. Pretty spread out. Looks close on the map there, but these guys, you can see from this camera view, they are not formed up at the moment. That is your leader right here, the 99 machine. Got some folks there trying to weave their way through. What's that? It's the 31 to 22. Comes Aaron Warren right now. Yeah, pushed by the 31. John Shanebacher right behind him. This 3-truck trio right here going to go to the front. Aaron Warren is your new leader. Jacob Alicia second. John Shanebacher third. And Albert Anderson may end up falling in fourth here, but he does have the 68 on his outside. He's got a push and a draft, so 68 may end up falling back a little bit here. Looking for a spot in line. He probably better take it pretty quick before he loses any more spots. Look out behind him, really nobody there, so getting here, get the draft, fall into 7th place. Yep, man is out there saying he's in the top 10. Indeed, he is. All right, looks like we made it through that round of pit stops. And now we're going to do a crank it up segment as requested by Lori. You guys want to hear what it sounds like inside these virtual trucks. Most of these guys run their speakers wide open. Go ahead and crank up your headphones, your computer speakers, or that television set. And we'll be right back.
I'm gonna push you, Michael. Hold on.
Let me get to your bumper out of these corners, fellas. What's that, Gordon? I'm telling Dylan, let me get to the bumper out of these corners. I thought you were talking to me.
Michael, you gotta come down.
stick with it, like never gets back. Yeah, that's my fault.
All right, folks, hope you guys enjoyed that Crank It Up segment brought to you by Lori Vaughn, asking for it out there in the chat. Thanks, Lori. Appreciate it, babe. Not much has changed. Aaron Warren up there holding it down. First position. Jacob Alicia in second. Don Shanebacher in third. These guys are all working together. Albert Anderson, Craig Goodenough, Mike Adamson are the next three trucks in line. Round out your top six. Dustin Wade 7th. John McAdam 8th. Chris Gomes 9th. Chris Gomes. And Jesse Redding in 10th position. Under 22 laps to go here, folks. Clean and green throughout this event. Not even getting a chance to chat with some of these drivers live the way this thing is going. See some action back here. They're starting to go too wide back here. Don't know if this is going to be advisable. This group must think this being the 4 on the outside, excuse me, the 48 on the outside, along with the 10 Neil 1, feeling like maybe they can make some better progress to catch that lead group. Getting a little squirrely back here, though. A little bit dangerous at the moment, but time is running out. You can tell that these drivers feel the pressure to advance their position. And like I said, this too wide racing as we look forward, and you see the leaders up here, single file. They're going to be able to make better lap time. They got 7 trucks in that group, which is almost ideal. We're riding on board with Dustin Wade. Back to John McAdam. So here's another line of trucks. This is what, about 5 trucks in line here. We jump back to Jack Dixon leading this group. they might, if they can use this intermediate pack here to catch up to them and then move on to the leaders, might be in good shape.
Nah, it's been about steady, Eddie.
21 laps to go. Like I said, yeah, so these guys are at the mark. They can make it the rest of the way from this lap. We might start to see some pit lane strategy play out here.
Tempo, buddy.
Thank you, Dion. Stick with us, buddy. We need you.
Hear these guys talking a lot about a little bit about strategy. I think some of it I'm catching. I'm not catching all the conversation. But hey, folks, thanks for watching tonight. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like and subscribe bell. It helps out these drivers, helps out the series and the channel. And make sure you hit the notification bell. We race routinely Wednesday and Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. The Premiere Series here on Wednesday, and then the Vanquish ARCA Series on Friday nights. But you don't want to miss out on some of our special events. We routinely do sports car racing, turning left and right on road courses. A lot of fun. Think IMSA primarily. Then if you'll be notified if we ever go live for one of those events like the Daytona 24 hours of spa, things of that nature. Aaron Warren out here working with his teammates. He's burning up a lot of fuel being out front. A lot more than the guys behind him. Maybe Jacob Alicia's burning up some. But everybody else is able to save. You can see it looks like that trailing pack, not the middle one, but the one further back, has decided to go single file. Led by Jack Dixon here, the 48 machine. And that's going to help them tremendously because they have a lot more trucks. If they work together here, you got a better than fair chance the next 18 laps to catch up to these guys. They want to be as close as they can, probably before the pit stops begin. As you can see the difference right there. This is the last pack. Got a middle one there, and then you got the lead pack. Here's the middle one. So this is the end of, here's the middle one right here. Looks like they are starting to catch that lead pack just a bit.
Check up, Kelly. It was down about to blow up there. Sorry.
No worries.
Second pack right there. Then here's your biggest pack all lined up trying to chase them down. Got Abby Kilgore out there and pull up with the number 2 machine. That's Russ. That's Kilgore right now running in 21st position. He is up 13 spots so far, riding in this trailing pack here, right in the middle of it too. Right now, got that truck cleaned. You're ready to go. Racing out of Yorkville, Illinois. You never know how this is going to turn out. We could get a late caution. These guys can get right up into the mix. You make sure you got a truck underneath you, and that's what Russ is doing right now, along with everyone else. Like I said, we've had a very clean race so far tonight. 16 laps to go. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. When are they going to blink? Who's going to pit lane first? I don't have, by my calculations, anyone can make it to the end. Yeah, Luke Chad was out there talking about how nobody's doing anything selfish or foolish at the moment. No, they're not. Now, we're down to it. We'll see what happens. No takers this time. There's your second pack right there, trying to chase them down. And then the biggest pack. They're basically staying kind of equidistant right now. Like I mentioned, 7 trucks or so is about ideal to be able to maintain the same pace as most of the pack can. And then that middle pack there is about 5 trucks, but they do have the benefit of the lead pack, as you can see right in front of them there, of catching the sniffing that draft off of them. So they're able to stay up pretty well. 15 laps to go. These guys are not going in.
We're all professionals.
Second pack's not going in either. Most of the third pack, yep, they're going to stay out.
Top 4.
Right now, this lead pack just wants to keep trying to maintain that distance or maybe even increase it. They do have some trucks up forward of them. It's going to be a 38 and a 51. This is Gordon Spain and Dylan Bryant.
Simple.
I think anybody's in front of them. They're not at the moment, but these guys in danger of going a lap down here. They had some bad luck in the way things played out for them. And with no cautions to help get them back in the mix, they're in a really precarious spot. I think it's just saw Dave Mayberry maybe on pit lane. Or Blinken. One or the other.
Go on, Kelly.
There's Gallagher. I don't see Dave, though. Here he is. Right there, pushing the back of that one. All right, watching your leader, Aaron Warren, going down the backstretch here. That's cool, maintained so far. See if these guys are able to hold their nerve for this last sequence of green flag stops.
Dion, we got
Second group is going in.
We got 4 right
Here they come, 5 trucks. Third group is staying out. This group looks being led by Chris Gomes.
3.5 now.
47, McAdam, Redding, Eaton.
Thanks, Greg.
Gaines already in there.
Dion, if you can hear us, pit with Roney.
It's like none of these guys are going to take any kind of tires.
Whole pack behind us fitted.
I can hear the drivers out there trying to find dancing partners and who they're going to pit with based on who they are running around.
I'm going on the leader.
Here we go. Gomes, Eaton, Redding.
Say again, Kelly. Say again.
Coming through. Let's see what these guys are going to do.
One more.
Your leader, Aaron Warren. 3 and 4. Nothing yet. They're going to stay out.
Can you make?
Second group's going to stay out too. This was the third group. They became the second group.
72 in.
Here we go.
10 pitting.
Riding over the shoulder here with Jacob Alicia in that big red 31 machine. We're getting a draft here. Let's see if they hit pit lane this time. All right, we're going to be coming to 10 to go. Whether they cross the start-finish line on pit lane or coming off pit lane or not. Looks like they're going in, folks. Here we go. 31 is trying to get the advantage over the 22. Running in there hot.
We're pitting. 023 is pitting.
Dion, pit with us.
Looks like he was able to get in there
Pit this time, Brooks.
faster than the 22. 99, look at this. 99 machine was able to get in there.
Make 2 tires.
Looks like he dodged some people into the pit lane. (48 to 51). Those guys, 51 is going to be down. Not really in the mix here. See these guys racing off pit lane. Jacob Alicia right now showing in the lead. Shane Bachler rather, in second. Craig Goodenough third. Now again, Alicia's out there a little ways. We'll see if that's going to hurt him as these other trucks are getting lined up.
It's all right, buddy.
Like Alicia may have caught those trucks in front of him. It's going to help. Yeah, he's drafting off these trucks that are on a tail end lead lap. That's like Gordon Spain and Dylan Bryant. 10 laps coming to 9 laps to go here, folks. Here's your current leader, and Mike Adamson and the company, along with America's driver, flying around the outside with the assistance of Dustin Wade. He drops down in front of the 12 machine and the 89. So right now, second place, Mike Adamson, Phoenix Racing, trying to get up here and get after it with the 31. And he's got help, and not unfamiliar help at that. Albert Anderson, we talked about him being the king of these drafting tracks. He's been a little quiet at the front of the field today, but we got spread out off that first green flag pit stop. And the field has never really come together since then. And now his chance. With strategy and execution on and off pit lane for green flag pit stops, he finds himself in third, looking at the possibility of winning this race with 8 to go as we're going to cross the line momentarily. Let's see if they're catching. Take a look at the battle box here. Riding on board with Mike Adamson. The delta between him and first place is 1.29, 1.30 at the moment. And it doesn't look like they're catching.
If you want, I can push him, man. If you want to hop in the third spot, push me.
Yeah, I got hot.
Like we got 5 trucks here. Kind of surprised they're not able to catch up to these 3 trucks. Yeah, whatever's going on with Mike Adamson and Anderson and that company, they are not catching. Coming down a little bit now. Catching up to another truck up here. That's Chandler Paul getting around to 72. 6 laps to go. What do you guys think? At least you're going to be able to hold off Mike Adamson and company. They got it to within about a second. Mike Adamson is sniffing the draft off of the 72 right now. You hear that engine, the acoustics of that engine going up. They're going to ease around the outside here. They're going to try to catch the tailwind of the 31. And look, they're definitely catching. They're within half a second right now. Looks like they got it worked out, whatever the problem was. Getting broken up just a little bit here. See, Mike Adamson's trying to catch a draft off the 31. 68 and a 99 are down there now with him, but they're not close. They are now, though. 31's going to try to get out there and take their wind. Get dicey. 88's trying to go down low and push the 51 around. 99 is going to keep it high here, follow the 31. Thinking he's got a better chance to win it from the top side. 4 laps. Don't go anywhere, folks. It's going to be exciting. It's going to come down to probably the last lap here. Mike Adamson, second. Jacob Alicia is first on that outside line. You can see the first and second positions are second in line of both of these lines. You got lap trucks still in the lead lap in the 38, which is a teammate of 31, and the 51 is in front of the 88 machine. It's going to come down to which one of your leaders is the best pusher, which line has the most energy, and the 99 is going to make it 3 wide, Chase. He's not going to have anybody in front of him, but he's going to have help maybe from the 68 of Wade going to the outside. 31 tries to run him up the track to break their momentum. He does kind of break the 68's momentum there. Right now, your leader is Mike Adamson. The 51's pulling up to the high side. They're going to make it 3 wide. Adamson's out front with the 89 of Craig Goodenough pushing him. 51 on the outside is not in it to win it right here, folks. He's on the tail end of the lead lap. The trucks you're watching, the 88, the green machine right there, first on the bottom line. Albert Anderson second on the top. He's got the lead for a moment there. 51 drops low, clearing the way for the 99 on the top side, assisted by Dustin Wade. 2 laps to go. It's almost like the 51's going to be the kingmaker here. Oh no! We got a wreck.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
That means we're going to overtime, folks. This is going to have to get unwound here. We're going to go back and take a look and see what happened. No cautions all the way down to this point, and I don't know what happened there, but we're going to find out.
No idea what happened.
All right, let's set the scene here. We got the 68 there in the middle. America's driver Albert Anderson on the outside in that Pennzoil machine. See if we can settle in on this truck so we don't lose him when we roll it.
Hey, do you need a EOL, Albert?
Laura, I'll take an EOL, please.
I don't know why it's not appearing here. Take a look. You just see, it looks like they get the wiggling around here. Yeah, it looks like maybe the 68 was trying to help the 99. He was pushing him, obviously. And they're pushing hard. You have to really, really be aggressive if you're gonna win one of these races or push somebody to the win. You can see the bottom line comes up just a little bit.
Going to the back here to
99 goes up to avoid, but the 68's kind of left there, wondered kind of what happened. He ends up getting a little bit out of shape and takes out the car that he was pushing. Watching it in real time here, you can see how it just that's just a racing deal. These guys are really running hard here, going into that corner. They get a wiggle on the bottom, then a wiggle on the top, and then they end up clipping the 99 and the 89 and the 72. 4 trucks involved in that wreck, folks. No fast repairs here. Albert Anderson dropped to 28th position in that exchange.
Checking up out of 4.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. We almost had an epic finish, flag to flag, but that is so hard to do. I can't express to you folks how incredibly hard that is. Mike Adamson's your leader with Jacob Alicia second. Dustin Wade still in this. He was involved in that incident. He's in third. See how his front end's looking. Not too bad right here.
Goose, you were getting nervous there for a
Take a
second.
look off Jacob Alicia's truck back at Wade. It looks okay.
All going
following the plan there.
Might still be in this, Amanda. See if I can go over here and take a look at this truck. Oh, yeah. He's got a little bit of damage right there. You can see just a little bit
No, you're good.
raised up on his hood. But otherwise, he's okay. See how this is going to work out. Only one opportunity for a green-white checker, folks, in this series. So it's going to be green flag, and if they don't wreck before they get around to the white flag, and then checkered flag. Now, the way iRacing runs this, if they take off and they wreck on that first lap, race is over. They're going to call it wherever those cars are running at that time. So it's important to be leading because there could be a wreck behind at any point.
I wrote it down.
However, if they do take the white flag, iRacing lets them race it out to the checker. I don't know why that is, but this is how it's worked out.
We'll decide afterwards, okay, man, I'm so freaking sorry, buddy, if that was me.
Dustin Wade's
It's all good, buddy. That's
trying to
all
talk to the
good.
99. He's feeling really bad about how that worked out. You know, there was no ill intent there, no malfeasance. That was a racing deal. They wiggled on the bottom. 99 reacted. 68 reacted a little bit, and unfortunately caught his drafting buddy in a bad spot and knocked him around along with the 89 machine. And I think I said the 72. We should see the lights go out on the pace truck here this time, which will indicate that we're going back to green the next time we pass.
Good deal. Go get him, buddy.
There it is. They are out. Jacob Elisha is going to be on the outside line. Mike Adamson, as the leader, does have a choice, but it looks like he's going to choose the bottom. I think he's going to have Dustin Wade as his pusher. Chris Gomes is going to be the pusher on the outside line. Now, I will note that these two drivers, if I remember correctly, between the series,
Copy, Lord.
are in the championship hunt. Right now, your current leader is the 99 machine of Albert
Green
Anderson.
light on restarts out the window, correct?
Correct.
Copy, race control. Thank you.
Hey, they're in the catch fence on the
All right, here we go. Mike Adams is your leader. Jacob Elisha second. Dustin Wade third. Chris Gomes fourth. Now, these guys are, definitely in the hunt here unless they take each other out. But this just a little bit further back. You got Dustin Eaton at fifth. John McAdam in sixth. These guys are going back and forth. But they're on that third row. Fourth row is Kelly Keel and Jack Dixon. And fifth row is Greg Klein, Austin Paul.
Hey, Jack, clean shot, engage.
I heard Gallagher say it was okay.
Tell me to go by. Tell me.
Got Colin Decker out there saying, watch out for Eaton in sixth. Yeah, I mean, you could win this from anywhere. These guys could all wad it up going into the first, or especially if they get to the second lap, going into turn one. And then somebody could come from out of downtown to take the win here tonight.
We got to be neighbors right now.
You should see this truck pull off. And there he goes. Handing over control, for launch at least, to the 88 machine of Mike Adamson. Once he gets to the restart zone right up here. See it on the pavement and on the wall. Here they come.
Green flag, green flag.
And we're back underway, folks. Good launch by the 88 machine. He's got some advantage on the bottom at the moment, but he doesn't have a tower close by. He's going to have to try to play both lanes. Get the 31 on the outside. The one machine also up there. Oh, they're wrecking behind him. This is going to maybe be the race. It is. We're under caution. And I want to say Mike Adamson may have been leading right there. We'll find out how this works out. They got to line up how iRacing is telling them. Alicia's staying out front here like he thinks he has it.
Thank you, buddy.
And he may. He may have been around him at the time of caution.
Not at all, Canada.
Oh, Adamson's going back out front. And that's probably going to be your winner. They got to go around one more time, so if they got enough fuel, which they all should have enough fuel, folks. A little anticlimactic. We had a great race here tonight, but I think this is over. And your champion is going to be Mike Adamson, as he's taking the pace truck here. Got to follow them around and cross the start-finish line to claim victory here in Talladega, Alabama. Don't go anywhere, folks, if you're out there. We're going to interview your top 3. Right now, looks like it's going to be champion Adamson, Jacob Elisha second, and Chris Gomes there in 3rd position. Dustin Wade brings it home 4th, Amanda. So good run for him tonight. See these guys coming around. Make sure there's no drama here. They get around here and cross it. Yeah, Luke's out there saying he thinks that I jinxed the race, man, at the end there by calling out how well they were running. I'm not going to brag on these guys anymore, man, but I don't think I was doing it at the moment that caution came out. We had a lot of great action, calling the action there. It was definitely going to be interesting with the mix of tail end of the lead lap cars versus, your leaders right up there in the mix. And sometimes that makes for a little bit of uncertainty in how this worked out, and it surely did. But hey, man, you're going to hear an excited Michael Adamson here, having brought home the trophy. I think this is his 2nd or 3rd win of the season. I'll take a check on that before we talk to him.
Yeah, his shots weren't loaded for the beam.
He's going to make his way around here, claim that checkered flag. Take a look at the season. Actually, he's won on Friday night. This will be his 1st win this season here.
Great win for Mike. Congratulations.
There we go.
Clean race up until the 2 to go there, guys. Give it about 5 minutes. Grab yourself a drink.
Great job. And there is your winner, Mike Adamson. Great job bringing it home. Top step of the podium, up 7 spots from where he began the night. And like I mentioned, don't go anywhere. We're going to talk to him right now as the champion of tonight's race, and then we'll move on to Jacob Elisha and Chris Gomes. We'll see if they're up in the green room yet. And they're all up in there, so I'm going to go ahead and pull him in after he gets a couple of donuts going here for us. This is fantastic. We love to see it. Phoenix Racing's own Michael Adamson, champion here at Talladega Super Speedway in Alabama. All right, here we go, folks. Let's get him up in here. Hey, Mike Adamson, you just won Talladega, Alabama, buddy. How does it feel?
Feels awesome.
Yeah, you burned it down, man. Up 7 spots, a little anticlimactic there. Did you think you had what you needed to be able to hold off Jacob Elisha and Chris Gomes there at the very end?
Well, most definitely I did. I really felt strongly about this one tonight.
Well, you certainly showed it, man. I mean, incredible racing all night. Put yourself in position, play the strategy to the T, and you were there when it mattered. And you also made sure in that green-white checker that you were out front, because you and I both know how dangerous it is for to have a caution on that first lap. And then if you're not quite have your nose out there, you end up losing the race.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. When we took that green, I was hoping if we did get a caution, I was going to be out front just enough to be able to at least snag the win. Otherwise, race back around for it.
All right, buddy. Hey, what was your strategy coming into this race? What was the keys to you being able to get up here and finish top of the step of the podium, rather?
Well, me and the Team Phoenix, we like to drop to the back a little bit and hang out. But tonight I was actually up front battling it out, and I said I'd just play it by ear, see what happens. If it felt a little shaky, drop to the back. It's got to have some luck besides skill when it comes to Dega.
Yeah, there's no doubt, buddy. So with that, I mean, we're headed out to Texas next week. 2 things. How do you feel about Texas? And then do you have any shout outs for teams, fans, or family?
Oh, I feel very confident going into Texas. A lot of momentum going there. As always, I thank my wife, my kids, Dale, Taylor, Lane, Riley, all the guys back at the shop. Shane, who brought her home first tonight. Cam, got another one. Man, I'm blown away right now. I am just on a streak.
Yeah, but you've won both series this season, both Wednesday night and Friday night. Now, I think you might even have 2 wins on Friday night. I can't remember for sure, but having a hell of a season, running strong every week, man. But we appreciate everything you've done for this series and being here and running with us. Congratulations once again, man, and we'll see you in Texas.
Absolutely. Shout out to you, Lori, and Toe Call for sponsoring both leagues, VRL and Vanquish.
Yeah, we appreciate you, man. Take care.
See you.
All right, that was a Mike Adamson, tonight's winner. If I can get this thing to move here. My boot's acting kind of funky. Okay, I see why. Okay, so we're moving on to Jacob Alicia next. Pull him up into the booth here and see how his night went. Hey, Jacob, sound in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Hey, Alan, I got you.
Hey, man. So great run here tonight. You had a chance here at the end. We kind of got shortchanged a little bit on the drama with that caution coming out on the first lap of the green-white checker. But hey, how did you feel about the race tonight? You were up front and strong all night. What was the key to success?
The key to success were pit stops and good teamwork. From the get-go, we were working really well as a unit. We pushed at the right times and we conserved at the right times. And I was pretty clean with my pit stops, but then coming to the last stop, things kind of broke apart a little bit, and I was maybe a little bit behind the 8 ball, but man, I was really where I wanted to be in that last caution and really wanted to race that one out. So kind of sad to see it only last 10 seconds there.
Yeah, I mean, it was gonna be epic without the caution, the way you guys were racing. I wanted to see that work out. But then again, we had an opportunity for that green-white checker to be pretty intense as well. Great race all night by everybody. Incredible race by you. Before I let you go, 2 things. How do you feel about Texas, and do you have any shout-outs for teams, fans, or family?
Well, I definitely feel good about Texas, better than I do about Talladega, so I guess that means I'm feeling like a win, but we'll see. But man, I thought for sure it'd be a tough race at Talladega for me, and we really came out and showed out. I really like it. So big shout out to Aaron and to John, who both worked so great with me all night, kept us up front and just looking pretty all day.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hey buddy, congratulations on the 2nd place finish, and we'll see you in Texas.
All right, see you guys there.
Yeah, man. Have a good night. All right, moving one more step up here on the podium. We're gonna go to Chris Gones, your 3rd place finisher here tonight. See if we can find him out here on the track, and we do. Pull him into the booth. Hey, Chris, it's down in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Hey, what's going on, Alan?
Hey, man, what a run for you tonight. Up 14 positions to bring it home 3rd, and you had such a legitimate shot at winning this race. What was the key to your success, staying out of trouble? Everybody really raced clean for the most part, 1 caution, but Dylan had some good strategy and pit stops to get up there to the front. How was it for you on track?
Well, the main thing was Talladega has a tendency to go green, so the main thing was just try to stay in touch with the lead pack, if not in the lead pack. So limit pit road mistakes, because that's really where you're going to make and break yourself. So, not speeding on pit road. I didn't take tires the whole time. I mean, don't really need them here as much. So, we were able to stay kind of in contact with them at least. We did get lucky with that late caution there at the end. With like 2 to go, but overall, good race. No complaints. Anytime you can get out of Talladega with a good points day, we'll take it.
Oh yeah, for sure. But a couple of final things, man. A, how do you feel about Texas? And then B, do you have any shout outs for teams, fans, or family?
I'm so hit or miss at Texas. I don't really know. I'll put in some time this week to try and figure it out a little bit. I don't know. I've got good races there and I've got bad races. So hopefully next week is one of those good ones. So, but definitely shout out teammates John McAdam and Jesse Redding. We were kind of around each other all night. John was right there with me at the end. I know Jesse had gotten in some trouble on pit road, but I think if it had gone green, me and John were going to make a play for the win. So But you know, shout out to those guys. Obviously, the whole league. I mean, everybody ran this race, you know, clean. I mean, you know, you got 2 incidents there at the end, but I mean, overall at Talladega, 3 wide with 33 cars or however many it was.
Yeah, 35.
Yeah, so it's a good league. So and then obviously thank you for putting this on week in and week out, so we can go back and watch it and see where we screwed up or where we actually made some good moves. So
Oh yeah, for sure, buddy. Hey, what a great run! Congratulations again on the podium finish, and we'll see you in Texas.
Sounds good. Appreciate it, Alan.
All right, buddy. And that was your third place finisher, Mr. Chris Gomes. There tonight. Let's see. I'm gonna check on everything else. Make sure we're not missing anything here, folks, before we go to the rundown. And we're gonna do that right now. Get in here to the results. Here we go. All right. Mike Adamson first, Jacob Alicia second, Chris Gomes, your podium finishers. Dustin Wade brought it home fourth. John McAdam fifth, Dustin Eaton sixth, Kelly Kill seventh, eighth position. Jack Dixon ninth, Greg Klein, Stoney Benfield in 10th, Tim Pope 11th, Kevin Hunt 12th, 13th position. Jesse Redding 14th, Scott Milner 15th, Mike Everidge 16th, Scott Roney 17th, Andrew Cawthon, George Rincon 18th, 19th, John Gallagher. Aaron Warren had such a great run tonight, ends up finishing 20th though. 21st, Greg Dobson, Dylan Bryant 22nd, Gordon Spain 23rd, Albert Anderson with some late trouble, he involved in that caution, was up for the win. 24th, Dave Mayberry 25th, 26th, Kyle Vaught, down 17 spots. I know he's going to be happy about that. Jonathan Osborne 27th, 28th, Jason Gaines 29th, Chandler Paul, Austin Paul 30th, Michael Brooks 31st, 32nd, Dion Jones, John Shanebacher 33rd, 34th, Russ Kilgore, and Craig Goodenough 35th position. And that is your finishing results, folks, for this race here at Talladega Super Speedway. And that wraps up round 10. And we're looking forward to Texas Motor Speedway, as we talked about, for round 11. Be sure to tune in next Wednesday at 8:45 Eastern, the 6th of May, so you don't miss out on any of the action. But until then, folks, make sure that you stay sharp, stay fast, and above all else, stay vigilante, and we will see you next time. Good night.
This ain't your mama's racing stream.